Welcome to the second part of my shadow box tutorial. This is where I'll show you how to put them together and how to assemble the frame. So once you've got all your pieces cut, you need to just take the two for your frame away for now, because we don't need them until later. So these layers can now be either just glued together by the frame, which would give you still a raised image but not as much. You can use a foam board cut into strips that you can glue between the layers. I've done this before. It takes a bit of time to cut it unless you find strips that have already been pre-cut. You can use foam glue darts. You can get these in different thickness and sizes, or you can do what I do and use your lollipop sticks. So I measured these before so they fit in the frame, and then I use double-sided sticky tape on both sides. To then have enough of them. In total you need 16 if you do it this way, so I have hopefully enough. Right, if you start with the first one, turn it the other way around. Make sure you only take off one side of your sticky tape. Line them in the middle of your frame. Another one. If you haven't noticed yet, it is a pain to take the film off these, especially when it's not all attached to a flat surface. And attach your last one on the side. So what I recommend is you make sure you turn them the right way around again. If you're not sure which way they go, check your picture, so you then end up with something like this. I've done this before and I've had to take everything apart. So if you line them up, remove one bit of sticky from the top, line them up on the bottom and the sides, and then don't let it connect until you have it where you need it to be. As you can see, I'm like the master of this already. Right, so the first one is attached. You can then remove the sticky tape from another side and just work your way around until all glued together. And there's the first 2 layers put together. And then you repeat this with the rest of them. Right, mistake fixed, I think. And lights dropped. Okay, so it now actually says Mr. Holland. This is the background it's going to be on. So what I do is untangle my lights. Unwrap, I should say, they're not tangled. And then add them to the frame. Not to the frame, sorry, to the back of the last picture. So now that my lights are attached, I can add the back really of the picture, the backer, if you want. But if you're wondering why my wires are like that, the distance between the lights is far too long for me, so I bend them over to add more lights in the shorter space. That didn't make sense at all, so we're going to cut that. So once you've attached your lights, you can add the back, and it's the same way as before. Peel off one, line them up as good as you can on the back and sides. And then you peel off the next one. And attach that one. there you can see the way it lights up. Turn the light off again. Next we're going to make the frame. So you can't see the score lines as well as I'd hoped, but what you have to do is fold all of them inwards. So if you start on one, move on to the next line and gently fold it so you don't accidentally rip it into the corners. Go on to the next one, which has a little bit on the end as well, a little glue tab. So this is what you end up with. One of them is actually not folded in the right direction, but I'll show you that once you have folded all of these. So once you folded all of these inwards, you can fold these triangle bits, the first fold, the other way, so that it looks, so it will fall down into the frame. So this is the main frame. If you turn it over, I'm going to do this with sticky, double-sided sticky tape rather than glue. You can use glue. So what you need to do is fold these sides in, do 2 taps, and then this part folds over it. So I would do one at a time to make sure they're lined up properly on the corner. And then fold down the other one. And then you do the same on the other side. And that's the main frame for the shadow box. So you can now slide the light in first, and then right, it should be quite a snug fit. I can put this on the side for a minute and get our next part, which is really simple because it just, you fold along the score lines. And then either I'll add some glue or double-sided sticky tape onto these and the little glue flaps here. So if your lights are on that corner, well, this corner, you need to make a little slit on this side. Whoa, I'm doing this the wrong way, Anna. On this side even, so the light can go through there. You won't see this because it will be inside the box. And then you can slot it in there, turn it around, I've already. As I said before, it's quite a snug fit, but that's to make sure everything is tight. And this is your box. So because I've got quite a bit of wire here that I don't need, and just gently lift it and push it in a little bit. Add this to the back. Take my hot glue gun, which isn't hot enough yet. So to attach it, just add a little glue under there. And gently push it onto it. So I've already done this, but I didn't realize it did not record it. If you want to make sure the box stays together, you can add a little bit of glue to the sides in the gap and just close it gently. And then do the same with all the other sides. You could seal it all the way if you wanted to, but I don't really think it needs it. So if you're worried that your picture is not going to stay inside the frame, you can gently pull the sides over a little bit. I can't do this because I've already done it but forgot to record. But you can gently pull it over a bit, add a bit of glue, and then push it back together again.